Welcome back to the 100K podcast, season 3, episode 9. The studio's had an upgrade. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
Probably coming in loud and clear. Testing 1, 2.
3.
Lou, check.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
I can.
Mate, this is fucking
Don't have
brilliant.
cans on.
Awesome. So this is what happens when you win. All right, we get a little upgrade.
When?
It paid for all this.
Which wins?
The big win the other day. I'll tell you what, guys, we are absolutely flying. Jeff, good to be back.
Oh, Das, it is great to be back in Invite. The other day, my missus asked me if I've seen the dog bowl. I said, I didn't know the cunt played cricket.
That's an all-timer.
Oh, Lewis, how are you, bloke?
As good as always, Das, but I'm sad. Today, we had a rough day.
Why?
College. 1
Oh,
from 3.
fuck.
Sorry, I went early, but that's why I'm sad. That's why I'm sad.
Yeah, no, very sad. Well, we'll go into our picks from last week. Then we'll hit college. Boys, last week, still not the best. I fucking can't wait for this week, though. But, boys, last week, 15 out of 23, 65%. Just not good enough, Jev. What were your good legs? No, bad legs first. Fuck, bad legs.
I went 6 from 9, so I had 3 losing legs, and they were all in the fucking Detroit game. So
God damn
I'm on a Detroit ban. I'm flat about it, but I'm on a Detroit ban. I had Detroit plus 15.5. That lost. Detroit to score over 20.5 themselves. That lost. And Amon-Ra St. Brown to get 50 yards. He got concussed after his first catch, so that lost. I was a bit stiff there. Lewis, bad legs?
Yeah, Das, what did you say with the strike rate was? What was the...
65%.
Fuck. What did you go?
I went 4 from 7.
Fuck. It's not too bad. Bad legs, Aaron Rodgers, 200 yards. Jeff, you said it in the post. Finally, I can stop betting on him. And Trav Kelce anytime. It's 2 weeks in a row that I said I'll just cop it if he doesn't score, and he just hasn't. So I'll just learn from that and not bet on him again until he does.
I had Derrick Henry for a tud. He had 1,000,000 yards, but he just didn't score. So that was
smart.
stiff. Now, Drake London's let me down twice this year when he's so short. I lost on him on 30 yards at $1.14, and I lost on him on 25 yards at $1.21. So he's out for the rest of the year. Look, this is a risky leg. I was happy to die on the hill, and it died. Zach Wilson, 200 yards at $2.45. I thought he had to have a chance, but no, he didn't. So it's a shit leg, and that won't be coming back in the multi. But Jeff, good legs.
Yeah, Travis Etienne's all-purpose yards, 68.5.
That was nice.
I've been cleaning
really
up
nice.
on that. It's actually gone up to 90 this week because they just had it wrong. Jamar Chase, 50 yards and a tud. I had that by half time. And Breece Hall, 50 yards. He got that and then did his ACL. So he's out for the year, unfortunately.
He's in my
But
fantasy team. I'm fucking flat.
Lewis, good legs.
Yeah, Josh Jacobs finally hit a steak and egg. Just takes me to 2 and 4 on the year. 84.5 was a shoe-in. He had over 100. Brian Robinson, I talked about courage. He had 40 yards again, and I think he's featuring in today's multi-Jev. And Tyler Boyd, I talked about the cash cow. 25 yards. He had it on the first drive. He had 63 yards and a tud. Paid $1.31 with 25 yards. That's just a fucking great leg.
He was unbelievable.
He was good. Boys, I took Tony Pollard for 25 plus yards at $1.33. I still don't know how that pays that much. Derrick Henry for 70, that hit. My steak and eggs, Devontae Adams, over 80.5. That was cash. And boys, I can't believe that this still pays $1.30. It was $1.35, but Patty Mahomes for 250 yards is a genuine piss take at this point. He just fucking throws the shit out of it.
Cash McAdams.
Like, is he the best player to watch?
Yeah.
It's fucking unbelievable.
Him and Boyd.
Just like that. Now, Morgs, as you did mention, was a sour day. College bets, we only put out 3 this week. We went 1 from 3.
Yeah, I spoke to a few blokes on TikTok today. I think the luck it had to turn at some stage. College football is so fucking hard to bet on, but 1 from 3. So we had Michigan. We're bloody stiff here, but integrity. We got them at 22.5 on Friday night. They did come in at 21, you said this morning.
I got them at 21 on another account, which hit.
They ended up winning by 22, so we lost that. That's the sort of flip of the coin thing that we've been hitting all year, so it had to turn eventually. OSU made Kansas State. Fuck, I've killed this. OSU made Kansas State look like 2019 LSU. It was actually fucked. 48-0. They were plus 1.5, so very close to a pick'em, and we had them at plus 1.5. That's college football for you.
It was unbelievable.
And then, Das, you did talk about the final nail in the coffin that you were going to put in a coach's career.
Brian Harsons is gone, boys.
Auburn are done, minus 3.5, and Arkansas just handled that. So 1 from 3. So we're down 1.2 units on the week, but still probably up, I'm going to say, 12 units on the year.
Which is good going. Depends on what your unit is, but that is still good going. Now, speaking of good going, Jeff, ponies yesterday. How'd we go?
Oh, fuck the horses. So we were giving
Could've
out
been.
winners left, right and centre to start the day. And it was all planned on some like big goes at the end of the day. Some horses we absolutely loved. And those horses fucking let us down. I still ended up on the day. I don't know how everyone else ended, but I ended up winning on the day. I kept betting at Ascot to make sure I was up. So I was
Smart.
betting well into the 9. But we gave out a heap of winners, and we had some great feedback on the Insta that people liked the way we were doing it because, as I said, better give you double your stake back in bonus bets.
Yep.
Ladbrokes, you can choose double your winnings or you can get bonus bets back.
Yes.
And then Sportsbet, you get bonus bet back second to fifth. So you can sort of work it out where you bet on a couple of horses in the race and you always get bonus bets back. You sort of never lose. So, yeah, it was actually a good day yesterday. A lot of bonus cash to play with on the NFL. So,
Happy days.
Now, a couple of things before we get into it. Morg's weight loss journey.
Yeah, I might have broken the scale. Not because I think I'm going poorly, but I did break the scale. So, but I actually reckon I've had a good week. So I reckon I'm coming in at about 92.9.
Is that just an estimate, or do you actually have a number for us? I asked you to weigh yourself.
It's an educated guess.
I can feel it as well.
I've eaten well this week.
All right, well done. Now, boys,
Cheers,
next week we'll be giving you a halfway point to where we all are with our tips. Now, we've recorded every bet, how much it pays, and we're doing a spreadsheet. So the loser, Morgs, can you please give the details? What happens to the loser? Who is the worst bettor on this panel, and what happens to him?
So I've been thinking about this. I actually don't know that this is a punishment, but what is going to happen to the loser of the tips? They have to spend 24 hours at Braeside Macca's. For every Big Mac they eat, they shave off
Half an hour.
So you're looking at what? So 10 Big Macs, you get 5 hours. You're still looking at 17 hours at Macca's.
Donny's Chop House.
It's a long day. With the steak and eggs, we finally decided that a steak and eggs for the two blokes that aren't going to Macca's have to go to Macca's for an hour for every loss they've had this year.
Yeah,
so the steak and eggs, as you should know, it's an under-over bet, basically $1.88, whether it be passing lines, under-over lines, just a line, basically. Yep. And half an hour is one Big Mac. So if you get 6 steak and eggs wrong for the year, you go on for 6 hours to Macca's. But for every Big Mac you eat,
half an hour
off.
Nice.
So I don't even know if that's a punishment, really.
Really.
I'm throwing the rest of the year. But it's a hell of a punishment. It's going to be funny. Very fucking funny. Not good for the weight loss journey, mate. It's shit.
Coming into the wedding season. Now, boys, let's crack into it. I genuinely have never been more excited for a multi. We all got in early. We all put our tips in and we all looked at each other and we're like, fuck.
That's
Jeez,
nice.
That looks good. So pretty much what we have to do, we do a bit of homework and we all need to pretty much come up with a 21-1 multi each. And then that pretty much gets us to 100K. So that way we don't have to come in and just bounce off each other. We know exactly what we have to get. And then that equals 100K. So, Jev, first game, the battle of the dogs, Broncos and Jags. Anything?
Jesus versus Moses. Nothing from me. I would have been taking Travis Etienne's all-purpose yards because I've been cleaning up on it. But they finally upped it to 90.5, and I think it's sort of the perfect number with that Denver defense. I'll be staying away. Lewis.
Yeah, no, nothing from me, Das.
I definitely will not be touching this. I will not be getting up for this. This will be a 12:30 game for us.
Isn't that good, though, if you had the Monday off?
Most people would. So if you're up, good luck.
Cheers.
Watch it. Back the over. They love points. All right, boys. Second game, Chicago and Dallas. This is where we start, Jeff, I believe. Kick us off. Do you have a leg in this one?
No leg for me, Das. Thank you, Lewis.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I'm sort of joining you in the back nine, so no leg for me.
Beautiful. All right, well, I'll kick us off on the tee box. Steve Ballard, you know what I'm taking. I'm cracking Tony Pollard straight down that fairway, boys. 60-plus yards at $1.30. Been elevated to RB1 with Zeke out. Pollard has been extremely productive this season, boys. His line is at 80, which I love, but I'm only taking him for 60. The last time Pollard was RB1, boys, he had 132 yards and 2 tuds.
Oh, yeah, stop
So
it.
I will be taking him for 60 yards against Chicago that are ranked 24 against the run. Here's a great little multi as well. Pollard for 100,
Yes.
Pollard touchdown, $3.75, which I'll be
yeah.
taking in the personal.
Stop
So that one to kick us off, Tony Pollard, absolutely love this leg. All right, next game, boys. Jeff, will you be joining in the party? Raiders and Saints, anything?
Well, I'm spewing. I don't have a leg for the 100K, but there's some legs in this game that you can't say no to. Let's go to the TikTok. Let's get a same game multi. Morgs, turn my TikTok camera on. All right, Josh Jacobs over his last 3 games has had 441 rushing yards and 6 touchdowns. My guy is on fire. The Raiders have gone 3 games without a turnover. First time in franchise history. They're on fire. Give me Josh Jacobs over 84.5.
Yep.
Josh Jacobs anytime touchdown. Derek Carr 225 and Raiders to win. That gets you 575 for your same game multi. Basically 6-1 once you odds boost it. Give me all of that. Jacobs anytime. Jacobs 84.5. Derek Carr 225. Raiders to win. That'll win 6-1. Yes, please.
Yes, please. And the Raiders treble hit last week, did it not?
Yes,
it did. So we just cashed on the Raiders.
Yeah.
Lou, will you be joining us in a leg in this game?
I'm still in the clubhouse, Das.
So you'll be taking the back 9.
Thank you.
All right,
Another
I'll be
bye.
joining off onto the second hole. Give me my man. He was my steak and eggs last week. Devontae Adams, boys, 60 yards at $1.30. My steak and eggs, as I said, boys, last week. If he wins, I can't not put him back in the multi this week. Averaging over 81 yards per game. New Orleans, a 27 ranked defense against wide receivers. He's going to get his targets. That's why he's in the team. I think this is a very safe bet. 60 yards, $1.30. Book it, boys.
Sold.
All right, next game. We are taking Panthers and Falcons. Jev, are you getting a piece of this shit?
I've got a small leg in this, just a little $1.22 leg.
Here we go.
The rookie Tyler Algier, the running back at the Falcons, he's averaging 57 yards over his last 4 games. I'm getting $1.22 for 40 yards, and I'm going to take it. He's had it every single game. He's become the starter since Cordarrelle Patterson went down. We know the Falcons love to run the piss out of the football as well. It's what they do. It's what their coach says. We're going to run the piss out of this. I think the Panthers pumped the Bucks last week, but the Bucks can't run the football. The Falcons will absolutely run it on them. I think this is an absolute lock. Tyler Algier, 40 yards at $1.22. Lewis.
Yeah, nothing in the 100K, but I really like DJ Moore in this spot. I just couldn't bet on him because I didn't think we could have a Panthers receiver. But last week, same as Boyd, the Falcons cannot. I think they're 29th or 30th ranked against the pass.
Okay.
And PJ Walker absolutely loves DJ Moore. It's really all he had. He scored a tut. He's even in my fantasy, which isn't speaking a lot. So if you are looking for some personals in that game, if you're watching that game one out, I don't know why he would be, but look for DJ Moore. I just wanted to get it on record.
You got to get it on tape.
You got to.
I'm happy with that. No,
Yeah,
I won't be taking anything in this,
Smart.
boys. Has been my boy the last couple of weeks, but he's definitely out in this one. So next game, boys, Steelers and the Eagles. Jeff, I'm pretty sure you'll be taking a big slice out of this.
Oh, I've got my steak and eggs in this game.
Oh!
And that
I didn't even know.
That is Eagles minus 10.5.
Wow.
The line is 10.5. Eagles
Boy,
minus
oh
10.5
boy.
is my steak and eggs. I'm not going to overthink this one, boys.
Don't.
Eagles off a bye.
Yep.
At home.
Yep.
They're fresh. They're healthy. They just added a pass rusher.
Yep.
They're 6-0, and they're the best team in the NFC by an absolute mile,
Yep.
and they just outscore and beat up opponents. Pittsburgh, off a short week, 2 away games in a row. They played in Miami Sunday night. They can't score. They've scored 10, 20, and 3 in their last 3. I feel this line should honestly be 27.5 because I think Eagles are a touchdown a quarter better. I think they're going to win by 28. I think it's going to be about 34-9 final score, probably even a bit more. I think 10.5 is like a piss take. The Eagles have led every single game by double figures at one stage or another. If they go 10 up on Pittsburgh, they're not catching them. They're going 17 up. They're going 24 up. It's all over. So steak and eggs, Eagles minus 10.5.
Love it.
Lock it in. I think it's an absolute lock. It's my favourite leg of the week.
Is that the first result, steak and egg?
I hope so.
Potentially.
Oh, well done.
Did you watch the rest of that game last week against Mo? Like, they look like they put everything into that Pittsburgh, and they're just like, there's nothing there.
Nothing.
Couldn't stop Tua.
They could not.
And they've got a pass rush. They've got cornerbacks. Like we know, we love George Pickens. They like the Pittsburgh receivers, but Eagles have everything to stop them. They're better in every asset of the game. I'm gobbling up the Eagles points.
I'll gobble with you. Give me AJ Brown for 50 yards. A pretty common face in the 100K multi. As you say about the defense for Pittsburgh, Jeff, they've allowed 1,467 receiving yards. It equals 209 yards a game. That's a fuck ton of yards. Waddle and Hill last week, they had 88 and 72 respectively. AJ Brown has only gone once under 65 yards. So he just loves it, and you can tell Jalen Hurts loves him. And so do I. $1.32. Give me AJ Brown just for 50 yards. And I also think we need to get more Philly in the 100K. Because I think they've been under bet.
Yeah.
And you said you've got 10.5, Jeff, which is huge. But a 6-0 team, they need to feature more in the 100K.
Legit. It hurts. He runs it. He scores. Miles Sanders runs it. He scores. AJ Brown catches it. Devontae Smith catches it. And they get touchdowns as well. They're a great team to bet on. And they put up points. Overs, like their points. Oh, geez, I love betting on
Trebles.
Well, I better lead in with that because I'll take Devontae Smith for
Yes,
40
thank
yards,
you.
boys. $1.37. Hey, pretty much all the boys said it. Good receiver in a really good team. 40 yards against the Steelers, who aren't the same team without TJ Watt. Jalen Hurts will be dealing. They're at home. Smith for 40. I absolutely love it. Absolutely love the points, and I love AJ Brown, especially
Thank you.
Obviously the point with Miami last week with the 2 boys on the outside, Hill and Waddle. I think that the Eagles will do this comfortably, and I absolutely love this little treble. We'll see what it pays in a minute
Let's go.
as we get back to it, but I absolutely love this one. This could be another piecing as well, Jev, now that you're off them. Dolphins and Lions.
I don't know.
I'm on a Detroit ban, unfortunately, so no bets for this game. But God, I love the Lions. I love
What
them.
is the line?
Plus 3.5, and I fucking love it. I love them to win outright. I love the over, and I love DeAndre Swift to go nuts, but I'm on a ban, so no legs from me, Lewis.
Well, luckily, I'm not on a ban. I am not on a ban. I'm taking over 44.5. So the line is 51.5. We say all the time when the Lions play at home, take the over.
Yeah.
And Jev, you haven't. I know you're on a ban. But each of the last 4 home games for the Detroit, the over is hit. So as I said, the actual line is 51.5. I've teased it down to 44.5, $1.31. I thought it was interesting as well. Tua is his line for passing yards is 280, and Goff's is 255. So Vegas is expecting yards and points. And so am I. So 44.5, $1.31. Thank you very much to Sportsbet and all involved.
Jeez, that's good.
I feel like we're talking differently due to the mics.
Are we?
What are your thoughts?
I don't know. I can't tell with the headphones. I'll wait for
Feels like we're a bit more. We need to relax a bit.
No, I love it.
Okay.
I'm really enjoying this Oh, jeez, I want to press that red button. Can I press it at one stage?
No.
At the end?
Maybe
Maybe at the end. All right, boys.
Fire up.
This could be a play that goes fucking bananas this week. Tyreek Hill for 70-plus yards, $1.39. He's had some monster games this year. Detroit have been giving up scores all season, boys. They've given up 190 points in 6 games. That's 31 points per game. Tyreek Hill is averaging 85 yards per game. I love this matchup. Even though it's in Detroit, usually it's a cold city, but they play in a dome.
It's dome.
So I just think that they're going to get it some screenplays. He could go over 150.
Jesus.
Let me say that again. Tyreek Hill could easily go over 150 yards in this game. I'm only taking him for 70, $1.39. He was pretty much the only player that I did want to take massive overs, but I thought I'd peg it back just to be safe. Absolutely love this leg, boys. Next game, we are taking Cardinals and Vikings. This could be an interesting one.
Nothing from me here. Morgs, anything for you?
What is the spread here, Das?
The spread...
I think Vikings are favourites, minus 3.5. Interesting. I got D-Hop 60 yards, $1.40. So he loves a Sunday. I had a look. He scored
minus 3.5. 3.5.
So D-Hop scored a touchdown in the last 4 Sundays he's played. So just loves a Sunday. Loves some poaches in the morning into a tutty. He had 10 receptions last week, 14 targets against New Orleans. And we know the one way to attack the Vikings is in the air because they actually defend the run pretty well.
Yep.
I'd be shocked if he doesn't have another 10 targets, honestly. I also think it's worth noting Patrick Peterson, the main corner for the Cardinals, is not quite what he used to be. And it was clear last week that D-Hop is. So take advantage of this matchup. I'm giving you an absolute gift here. 60 yards, $1.40. That won't be $1.40 for much longer. So you're welcome, everyone at home. Use it in the future.
I love that.
Thank
now,
you.
boys, I've found my one for this week. This is my steak and eggs.
Come on.
Absolutely love this, boys. Kirk Cousins. I'm hammering his over 265 yards. That seems like a lot. And this is $1.95. It's almost a 2-to-1 leg, but I love it. I'm hammering Kirk's over this week. Arizona at ranked 27 against the pass. Kirk is an absolute slinger. He's just come off a bye and he's in my fantasy team. So you know there's a bit of bias towards this. He's averaging 290 yards a game in the air. I feel Kyler Murray could have a random high-scoring game, especially as you said with D-Hop back in. They're a much better side. And if they are going to put up points in this game, that means Kirk is going to need to throw it. He's got good receivers. You saw what the Rams did with Kevin O'Connell. Kevin O'Connell?
Yes.
Yeah, I did say that right.
Yes.
I just went blank for a second. Obviously, the Rams offense last year, he was our offensive coordinator, and we were scoring like crazy. And that's what these guys are doing. They're getting all open, a lot of screen plays. I think he's going to absolutely smash this. Look for this to probably hit about 350, boys. But this is my steak and eggs. Kirk Cousins over. Let's fucking win some
Important to note,
cash.
Das, it is an Arvo game.
Arvo
Kirk is in.
That
he's
did
activated.
come into consideration.
Yes, no doubt.
All right, boys. Monster game here. Pats and Jets.
Oh, stop it.
Jesus, Jev, are you getting any piece of this? Jets are getting the points plus 2.5.
Thank you.
The Patriots have beaten the Jets 12 times in a row, Das. 12 times. 6 years of torture for the Jets. I'm not having a bet in this game, but geez, I like the Jets. If Brees Hall was playing, if Brees Hall was playing, I'd be absolutely gobbling up the Jets. Points, whatever, but no bets for me, Lewis.
I don't get it. I honestly think that James Robinson will step in and be just as good as Brees Hall. I don't understand. No one's giving him the credit. Even on fantasy, he's not projected for the usage that I think he's going to get.
What's he getting for yards?
I honestly think
points?
it's almost an upgrade for honestly James Robinson. I know Brees Hall's good, but
he's a stud.
James Robinson's body is double the size. Anyway,
You can't bet on him.
Nothing in the 100K, but I really like fading Mac Jones here. 198. I gave you a tip on Monday, Jev. His passing attempts under 28. Right. He got benched. So it's just easy cash. 198.5. There's no way the Jets are giving Mac Jones nearly 200 yards in the air, are they?
No. Fuck Divine. I just don't like betting against him.
Love your confidence.
I love everything about the Jets defense.
So do I.
Yeah, sorry, this was last month. They played Monday Patriots. Morg said all the sharps, like Mac Jones, pass attempts under 28.5.
Unbelievable.
So I took it in a multi. He had 4 pass attempts, then got benched. It cashed by quarter time. It was the best bet ever. Under 198.5. Yes, please.
Yeah, not in the 100K, I might add.
No. I'm going to go missing here in the middle sections. I'm taking no bets here, but Chev, I know in this next one, you're licking your lips. I like Titans and Texans. Chev, do you have something?
Well, Morg, do you know how Jerry Jones owns the Cowboys?
Correct.
And he's polarizing.
Yes,
and
yes.
Stan Kroenke owns the Rams. He's
Yep.
polarizing everything. Well, Derrick Henry owns the fucking Texans. Lad.
Oh,
Oh my God. he
he's
owns
their
them.
father.
All right. So he plays them twice a year. He didn't play them last year, and it breaks my heart because the stats aren't as good. But he played them twice in 2020. This is what he did the first time he played them. 212 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns.
Oh.
And then he played him a second time and had 250 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns. Holy shit. That's a lot of yards. His line is 102.5, and I generally like the over. But I'm going to settle for 90 yards
Smart.
at $1.70. Derrick Henry, 90 yards at $1.70.
$1.70.
He gets 30 attempts a week. He's averaging over 30 attempts the last 3 weeks. They're starting to just give him the damn ball. And then anytime touchdown. I know we missed on it last week, Das. You had it last week, and we missed. He is 100% fucking scoring on the Texans. Derrick Henry, 90 yards. Derrick Henry, anytime. That is a fucking lock. Let's eat, please.
Yes.
For those at home, that pays $2.49.
Oh, stuff it.
Get all over it.
I think that's the freest double of all time.
212 and 250 the last time we played him. That is fucked.
I think it's important to add as well, on TikTok especially, we have blokes that back this multi. Use the doubles.
Yeah.
Like, this is not going to hit for another couple of years, is it? Other than this week, sorry, of course.
from
But
you
use
going off
these
for it.
doubles
This is the week.
doubles and trebles. Use them.
That is unbelievable. Morgs, anything?
Negative.
Negative. And I'll also be taking nothing. Next game, someone's licking their lips. I know someone has a leg. Giants and Seahawks. Oh, it's between you two.
It is.
Morgs,
Are you putting anything on it?
would you like to have a head-to-head bet?
Yes.
Giants versus Seahawks, head-to-head.
I'd like to know the wager beforehand.
The loser eats the world's hottest chip on next week's pod.
Just one.
Just one world's
Yeah, I'll
hottest chip
do
on
it.
next week's pod. But head-to-head, Seattle versus Giants. We'll shake on that. Let's go.
Can't wait.
I fucking love the Giants.
Come on.
I got no legs, but I cannot believe we're 7-1. I love everything about us. I love Daniel Jones. He's him. Nothing from me. Lewis.
Timothy University.
Unfortunately, I spoke about it it's probably a silly bet for me because I really like the Giants in this spot, Das. I've taken him in the 100K plus 9.5. So they're a -3, which means it's probably an equal game on a neutral field. So it's $1.90 each way, which I don't really understand, or maybe that's just me saving myself the harm.
Yeah.
DK Metcalf out. Seahawks are ranked 28th in the league against the run.
Yep.
So that you know what they're doing. They're going to run the ball down our throats. And the crowd, I just don't think the crowd gets involved when the run game's strong. I've seen it too many times. When there's a good run game, the 12th man isn't as powerful. $1.31 I'm getting for plus 9.5. I fucking hope we win. I'd love to see Gino get a win against the Giants because I think it'll be the most important win of the year. I just can't see it happening by any more than 9.5. $1.31, I'm going to take all of that.
You gave me 10.5, so I've put in 10.5 at $1.28. So you get an extra
Even
point.
better.
Beautiful.
Give me the field goal. But the chip's probably not a great bet, but that's okay.
That's all right. That's there. I won't be taking anything in this game, and now the next game is one for the eyes, boys. Washington and the Colts. Jev?
No, I've actually got legs in this.
Whoa.
I think it's time. I can't bet on it because I haven't seen it, but I think it's time. I'm going to take Jonathan Taylor 60 yards at $1.37.
He gets getting pegged back by 10 yards every week.
I know, but this is the fucking game.
Has to be.
Write this down. Clip this. Jonathan Taylor, 125 and 2 touchdowns. He's walking off the field with.
Okay.
It's fucking happening. And I can get him for 125 yards at $6.25 and a touchdown's $1.98.
Fuck me.
I'm not taking the 100K because we haven't seen it yet this year. And the Colts have the 32nd ranked O-line in the fucking NFL, which I knew that before I took Jonathan Taylor pick 1 in fantasy. But yeah, Jonathan Taylor, 60 yards, $1.37. That's a lock. And then our man, he's a favourite of the pod, Brian Robinson.
Yes.
I fucking love this.
Courageous.
Michael Thomas
You
from
got
the
shot.
Saints. Michael Thomas from the Saints has missed 5 games with a sore toe. Brian Robinson missed 4 games after getting shot 3 times.
Unbelievable.
He's the toughest
He's
guy
lucky
I've
to be
ever
alive.
seen. Brian Robinson, 40 yards at $1.37. Since he's become the starter, he's had 60 rushing yards, 73 rushing yards.
Yeah.
And he averages 18 attempts. They love handing it off to him. I love him. 40 yards at $1.37. What did you get for 40 yards last week, Morgs?
I do not know.
I think you got $1.60 last week.
It was too much.
It was the bet of the year. 40 yards at $1.37. That's in the 100K, Lewis.
Yes, please. I'm bringing back a segment, Das. Give me some Cowards cash. Play the stinger.
It's cash for cowards.
And I'm also malting it into my steak and eggs.
Oh my
I am
God.
fading the rook. Sam Ellinger.
The Texas boy,
Ellinger, what are we going with?
Sam Ellinger.
I agree. Under 216.5 passing yards. That is far too many yards for the rook. I hope he does well. I really do. It's nothing personal. Went through the last 3 games. Now, you wouldn't think the Commanders are a great defense. Chase Young's still out. Not a bad front, but I wouldn't say they're a great defense.
Yep.
So, last 3 quarterbacks. Rodgers only had 194 last
Now,
week.
Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers,
Sorry,
4-time
four-time
MVP,
MVP,
yeah.
four-time MVP.
194. Justin Fields, more of a runner, I know, but only 190.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Tannehill, the number 1 seeder last year, 180.
Okay.
So I just don't know how Sam Ellinger's 216, which is why I love you, Jonathan Taylor leg. Prove me wrong, Sam. That's what I'm saying. Prove me wrong. But I think it'll be okay. But 216 does at $1.88, I just think is fucking free cash.
And who's he throwing to? I don't know how the hell they've set that at 216. They don't have a stud receiver.
It's Pittman, it's Campbell. Pittman's, I think, showing he's a 2A.
Yeah.
Campbell's a 3A. They don't
Alex
really.
Pierce is okay.
Yeah, Pierce is more into Ryan's. I think they're roommates.
Big Mo Alley Cox.
So, yeah.
Ellie Cox.
Good luck to him, honestly, but I'll take the $1.88.
Yeah, gobble that up.
Yeah, thanks very much.
Who's your tip for the game?
I don't know.
Is this a Carson Wentz revenge game?
He's not
Carl
playing.
Wentz is out.
Heineke's playing.
Oh yeah,
Carl Wentz is
fuck.
gone.
They actually might win.
Yeah, Carl Wentz is in.
By the way,
weeks
that
ago.
little same gamer, guys, $3.83. Ellinger under, Jonathan Taylor 60, and Brian Robinson 40 yards. That is an absolute.
Fucking
That's a
hell.
cracker,
That's
boys.
incredible.
All right, divisional game, usually a big game most years. 49ers and the Rams. Is anyone taking anything here?
Yeah, I'll have to. I'll have to take Christian McCaffrey
Yep.
for 25 receiving yards at $1.40. Last time he played the Rams about 3 weeks ago when he was a Panther, he had 81 receiving yards. They love handing off to him. He loves playing the Rams as well. He's had his career best game. He's averaging 43 receiving yards on the year. It's his first game, full week in San Fran. Playbook's all his. Debo's out. I'm really liking him to get 25 receiving yards with these. I reckon this will be home by halftime. I think this will be the last time you get $1.40 for it as well, Lewis.
I'm really up and about. Like this is like Christmas for me, Das. You know when you found out that he was fake, the bloke on Christmas. Just in case we've got a young audience.
Santa.
Yeah, you know when you knew what you were getting for Christmas, but it didn't matter. You didn't care. You were just still excited to open it. This is how I feel. So I'm gonna bring back a game of Who Am I? Like we haven't had Who Am I in a little while.
Here we go.
So my last 3 games against the 49ers, I've had 122, 118, and 122 in the air. Who am I?
I was going to say Randy Moss.
It's close.
49ers, probably DK Metcalf, plays him twice a year.
Honestly, you could have said United Airlines. It's fucking unbelievable. Cooper Cup. And I'm so fucking happy to bet on. I've never bet on him. I know you're all over him, Das. And every time you're over him, you have him for like 100 yards, 110. And I go, how the fuck is he going to have all these
But he
yards?
does it.
And he always does. And I couldn't be happy. It's like my shiny new toy. I've just opened the 64. Cooper Cup for 80. I'm getting $1.48. I don't understand
80 yards.
with those stats. You think Shanahan. But what I think it's going to be like the Super Bowl, I reckon. I reckon Shanahan, I do like him. And I reckon it's going to be Stafford saying to Cup, go and win us the game. Which is why I like him for 80 yards.
Yeah.
This becomes the Super Bowl. This is my Super Bowl. This is me and Cup Super Bowl. $1.48, 80 yards. Thank you very
It's
much.
the bet of the year, Lewis.
I
Is it?
absolutely love that. Now, Morgs, I'm actually going to lean back into you on this one.
Leaning?
We haven't done much of it, but we're unlocking another under, boys.
Yes, it's cash.
Jeez, I get nervous with this. I think this is my first under ever. Now,
done.
boys, I'm going
Welcome.
Rams 49ers under 50.5 points. The last 5 times they've played, they've only gone under 50, over 50 once. They actually scored 51. It's been 43, 41, 51, 37, 33. Pretty much every time they just put us under so much pressure. We don't score, and then they just start to run the ball. As you know, that's what they like to do. We try and run the ball. We just don't establish it. I think there'll only be a few touchdowns in this game, but I don't think it's going to go over 50. So pretty confident with this one. And I'll also be taking Allen Robinson for just 25 yards.
Rob.
At $1.55. He finally started seeing some targets before the bye. He had 5 receptions for 63 yards and a tud. Look, didn't see much of him against the Niners last time. He only had the 1 reception. But with Van Jefferson back in, I think we're going to need to obviously work to try and get up the ground. Cooper Kupp's going to get it. He's going to get a little out route once or twice here or there. I think he's very comfortably going to get 25 yards. For $1.55,
No, it's
boys,
nice.
for
$1.55.
25 yards, you know receivers can get out the top very quickly. So I think that's very safe, very comfortable.
No, well done.
That same gamer pays $5.44. Jeez, they look juicy on paper.
So you see same gamers.
God damn it. All right, boys. Next game. Packers and Buffalo. Jeffrey.
What's the line? 10.5.
Yeah.
I would be gobbling up all those Bills points. I think they're going to fucking smash them. There isn't one thing the Packers are better than the Bills at, and that quarterback included. But no legs for me, Lewis.
No legs for me. I do think, I know it's short, $1.18 you can get from head-to-head. That's a great start to a multi.
Just Bills on a
$1.18.
home off a bye.
18. Do you know what bank interest is right now, Dust? About 5%.
Just give him like minus. Just give him a touchdown.
Sportsbet are giving you 18% on your money.
Fuck, that's good. Now,
Use
boy,
it.
Give me that.
I'm not even going to reel off that many stats, but I'm just taking Josh Allen, 225.
Yeah, well done.
Stefan Diggs, 60 yards.
Yeah.
Well, Stefan Diggs, $1.61, which I think is ridiculous. They're both rated the number one ranked fantasy. I know obviously fantasy doesn't exactly mean with betting, but they're the number one quarterback, number one wide receiver. They're at home. I just think they
Off a bye.
fucking piece. Yeah, they just and off a good win as well of Kansas. I just think that they absolutely piece them up. Even as we said, it's like it could be one of those games where they get up so much and then they want to take them off, but they've just had a bye. Like you got to let these guys get reps in. I just think they just fucking demolish them. So
Bit of-
absolutely love these legs.
Bit of rain due late in the night too, so they'll be looking to get it done early.
Ooh,
And they will. They'll blow them out of the water.
mate,
at
they're
halftime.
gonna blow the fucking back doors off. And
Packers fucking stink.
Whoa.
They do.
Dust,
smell like the underside of a sheep's scrotum.
can I bring back the fact that you and I have Dolphins versus Packers? How are you feeling about that? You had them 15-2 and you had the Commanders 1-16.
Yeah.
Talk about it.
Now I went.
Commanders beat the Packers last week.
Yeah, mate. Fucking.
Oh,
I thought
pepper
that-
sauce. Thanks, Dust.
I thought
Medium
they'd
rare
figure it
ribeye.
out. No,
Cheers.
bad luck. All right, boys. Next game, last game, Bengals and Browns. The skid mark game.
Sounds like my
Jeff.
morning.
Can I get everyone here? 3, 2, 1. That'll be loud into the microphone.
Tyler Boyd.
Tyler, nah. The cash
Is
cow-
he in?
Nah, Nick
No, we
fucking
left it.
Chubb, boys.
Yeah, well done.
Nick Chubb. I had a week off him last week. I had a week off the cash cow, and fuck do I regret it. He absolutely torched the Ravens for 91 yards and a touchdown, and his form against the Ravens suggested he wouldn't do that. And geez, I regretted it. So he played the Bengals twice last year. First time he had 137 rush yards and 2 touchdowns. Second time he had 58 yards. But I'm taking him for 60 at $1.31, and
That's
this is a
cash.
fucking moral. Browns just run the ball first, second, third, fourth down. Nick Chubb gets it. He runs it. No, I don't think the Bengals will be blowing them out with Jamar Chase out, so give the Browns more time to run,
Smart.
They don't have to abandon the run. I think 60 yards at $1.31 is a fucking moral, boys. The cash cow is back in the 100K, and he's here to stay. I absolutely love him.
No, well done. Jeez, you've sold me on that. I've gone a little bit of riskier leg. I've gone T. Higgins at any time. As you said, Dust, we've got to get to the $20. So I had
talk us through it.
I had 7 legs this week, and I had a $2 and I had a steak and egg. So there's your value. But Jamar Chase out. Higgs had 70 the last 2 times I've played the Browns. Interesting. I wouldn't have picked this, but 8 of the last 9 times I've played
Wait, yeah, go.
the over is hit.
8 of the last 9 times.
Yeah. So as you said, Jeff, they always keep it close. Stefanski does something to the Bengals. We don't know what. But yeah, I wouldn't have picked that
I would
either.
have thought, yeah.
So I love T. Higgins to score. I watched that route as well with the Tyler Boyd last week, and it was literally Boyd or Higgins. They both could have scored.
Why?
So I think he might have 2 touchdowns this week. $2.08.
How did you watch it? One hand on the lotion, one hand on your cock?
All 22, baby.
Oh, well done.
Gobble me.
Okay.
That's
Hey, boys, I don't have a leg in the skid mark game. I'm just happy to watch you two boys go to work. And that is the multi, boys.
100% our best multi of the year.
Sorry about that. We actually had someone call. So, fuck.
the lines weren't even open.
We finally had someone call in when we didn't want them. Fuck off.
Fuck off.
All right, here we are. This is the multi. I've already read it out, but go read it again. Tony Pollard, 60 yards. Devontae Adams, 60 yards. Tyler,
Boyd.
no.
Algier.
Algier. The Allergy for 40 yards. We're also taking Tyreek Hill for 60. We're taking the over Jev, Miami and Detroit. You fucking love that. Devontae
That's my
Smith,
bet.
40 yards. Sorry, you love it. Philly, you love that. Minus 10.5. We're taking AJ Brown 50 plus yards. We're taking DeAndre Hopkins 60 yards. Kirk Cousins, my steak and eggs over 265. Derrick Henry, the king to score, and also to punch out 90 plus yards. New York Morgs, you love them, plus 10.5. Then we're
down.
also taking Sam Ellinger's under 216. Jonathan Taylor over
Sam.
60. Brian Robinson to get shot. No, just 40 yards. We're taking Allen Robinson 25 yards. Christian McCaffrey 25. Cup over 80. We're taking the under boys under 50.5. And then Stephon Diggs plus 60. Josh Allen plus 225. And in the skid mark game, Nick, the cash cow, Nick Chubb for 60 big yards. And then also T. Higgins for a touchdown.
Kashishi.
Since we got cut off, do I do my $50 bonus bet skid again? Thank God we got a call.
I called.
Oh, fuck.
We got a $50 bonus bet. Jeff, talk us through it.
No, you know, Sportsbet put a $100 bonus.
We are live.
50 on the horses, got 3 legs each, 9 leg multi on the whole thing. If you want to DM us, the over-under on DMs is 2.5. We're all taking the under. Take the under 2.5. But if you really want, it's going to be a good fucking game. It's going to involve Derek Cameron.
Rams by 3.
Giants 24, Hawks 21. Let's fucking go Giants 7-1.
Chili, baby back crabs. The double T bag.